Most wonderful evening, calculates. So section 2.6 is going to take us a few days because these are the word problems that we've been working up to. I'm super excited, can't you tell? But before we begin, I want to make sure that you have all these volume and area formulas kind of tucked somewhere in your head. So we're going to start by adding them to your notes. And then you might want to put them on note cards and just go over them a little bit to help remember them. Hey, calculates! So, this is the next piece on 2.6a. These are the steps that you're going to want to use when trying to solve the word problems. So, you've already got the formulas. Now, here are the steps. So, write them down so that you have them, and then we're going to start doing some problems. Oh, this calculus is making me sleepy. Alright, so we want to find dy dt. And notice there's no t in the equation, so I'm going to have to differentiate implicitly. So I'm going to first take the derivative, so it'll be dy dt, and then I'll power down, and I'm not doing dx, so when I take the derivative with respect to t, I'll have a dx dt in the first piece, and same thing, power down. That would now become x to the 0, remember, so I don't really need to write that, but I do need the dx dt because, again, I'm taking the derivative with respect to t. So now I have some pieces that I can plug in. I know that dx dt is 5, so every occurrence of that will be 5. I know that x is 2, so every occurrence of x will be 2. So that means I'm going to have 3, and then I'm going to plug in the 2, and then I'm going to plug in the 5, and then over here for the dx dt, I'll plug in the 5 again. And so now I can do a little bit of mental math magic and get 70. Final answer, Regis. Lock it in. I'm going to be a millionaire. On the next problem, I again am taking the derivative with respect to t. So the first thing I'm going to do is write that derivative. So on the left side, I would have dv dt. Again, I would be powering down, right? And then v to the 0, but dv dt. And then 1/3 is just my constant, and pi is just a constant coefficient. And then I have to do product rule because I have two variables. Actually, before I get too far going on product rule, I notice I probably should read part A, because each of these problems is slightly different. So in part A, they're telling me that h is a constant. So remember, a constant is just another number, like 7 or -8. So really, he's going to fit right in with all these other constant values that are at the front. So when I take the derivative, again, I'm doing this implicitly because it's with respect to t, and there ain't no t in here. That constant is going to act just like those other coefficients, and that it's all going to be pulled to the front. So I'll have the 1/3 and the pi and the h. So the only thing I really need to take the derivative of is the r squared. So when I take the derivative of the r squared, of course, I have to power down. So 2r to the first, and then dr dt. And so if I simplify and put all of this together, I get 2/3 pi rh dr dt. And that's my dv dt, and that's how it's related to dr dt. Isn't that fabulous? I know, right?